Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Lionel. Hey, I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We're covering Diarra from Detroit, currently streaming on BET Plus every Thursday. I'm coming to you with episodes 6 and 7 combined. I thought I was going to break it down and give you both, but I kind of got to give you somewhat of cliff notes, but we got to talk about a lot of things that happened in these two episodes. I wanted to get you all caught up before the season finale, which actually airs today on the BET Plus app, which is episode 8. I have not watched it yet, but we're going to discuss it. I'll either bring out that video tonight or in the morning, okay? But I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video. Also subscribe to my channel and leave your comments below. Whew. Okay, so episode 6, it is entitled Fishbones. Daria and Monty, they're going to set out. We start out with Detective Marshall. We go back in time into 1995 when he's investigating this whole Deontay situation. But Daria and Monty set out to finish Detective Marshall's mission of busting his prime suspects in the kidnapping. What happened is we see the breakdown and even how Marshall was trying to break this case. He was as vigorous as Diarra is in this current time. And the different tragedies that's happened where one of his partners was killed, he just lost faith in all of the barriers and the roadblocks that was in his way. He's just like, look, I wanted to solve it. It didn't happen. And I gave it the old college try, but it just didn't work out. So Daria is trying to find out about the Greek leader. What's his name? Zari? It starts with a Z. I forgot the name, and I didn't write it down for whatever reason. She's trying to find out where he was the day that Deontay was kidnapped. He was supposedly at a strip club. Daria goes to I think all the prime he had the alibi of being in the strip club at the same time that Deontay was kidnapped. She goes back to find all the strippers. The strippers seem to, as far as what Daria feels like, as they've been rehearsed to just say, hey, da-da-da-da was here. So he has an alibi. But there was one stripper that wasn't around, and she needed to really question her, because she just didn't really buy that he was there. She finally finds the stripper, and she does actually confirm that she was with the guy, the Greek guy. And how she could verify it is that, well, how she says that it was, is that she was giving him a hand job. And she said, how I did it was with my mouth. Now, anyone knows, you either giving a hand job or you are blowing. Those are two different things, ma'am. But she said that she was doing it privately. Nobody was supposed to speak about it because you weren't really supposed to do that. You're just supposed to strip and all this good stuff. On the other side of town, Reggie, he's stuck with this guy, the DJ guy, because I really thought that Reggie and this DJ guy was hitting it off at the rave, and I thought it was going to be something different, but whatever. After Aja's gala, they end up hooking up. Well, he decided to kind of be what they call hobo, someone that kind of just sticks around and all of a sudden he acts like he belongs at Reggie's home. Diarra asked for Reggie, could you please just kind of keep him around, because the police said that just see if he'll talk and see that he'll try to implicate Diarra at the rave that they were at, where the Russian was killed. So it's annoying to Reggie, but at the same time, the sex is amazing. So he's getting his rocks off, but it's like, dude, go away. So it's a catch-22 type of situation for Reggie. I kind of think that something's going to develop there, but I think the dude is going to have to back up, because he tries to find different things to kind of stay around the house. He's painting this stuff. I was just like, well, it needs a little sprucing up in here, whatever. Like, Reggie, I think that the whole life is kind of winding down for you, and I don't think you know how to accept that, even though it's that time for you. I think it is, but hopefully you're not that type of person that would sabotage a potential relationship because of how you think that you should present yourself to the world and what you want to do in a relationship or not in a relationship, or however you want to spend your romantic life or sex life. Swa is coming in, I don't want to say aggressively, but he's more being in charge. He's trying to get Diarra to back off at this point because the police are really on her tail and they really think that she is a prime suspect in all of these killings that have happened. Swa, he seems like a protector, but Diarra is kind of confused. When he's telling her to back off, she's like, well, are you talking to me as a lawyer? Or are you talking to me as a husband? Like, are you doing it or saying this out of love or out of control? Swa doesn't really answer the question. She says, you never really fought for me. And that's what she was. Remember in the beginning episodes, she was doing all these things to try to get his attention, making sure that Swa knew that she was out here dating. It's just like, you let me leave and you never came back to quote unquote rescue me and bring me back home. You can think of it two ways, because I feel like, to me, that's childish. Because, ma'am, you walked away. You got afraid when Swan decided that he wanted to introduce something else to the relationship. Possibly you felt rejected because you're already feeling a certain type of way with your marriage and the sex life that you do have that's quite boring. You walked away, assumed stuff, and you put labels on him that he didn't really deserve. It wasn't fair to him because you never gave him a chance to explain and you thought that he was cheating. Danger comes around a lot more for Diarra at this point. He cooks for her, he gives her affirmations, he gives her advice, he's there for her emotionally. And he gives her some massages because she wanted to fall asleep. So there is this type of emotional affair that's going on between them. I think Swa came over to talk to her, and it looked like that there was going to be a reconnection between her and Swa until she really found out that Diarra was with someone, or there's somebody upstairs or whatever. So it kind of broke up, and how can I say it? It just wasn't. It was kind of a failed attempt as possibly a reconnection between Swa and Diarra. Emotional. Let me make sure I got everything. Talked about the strippers. Diarra. Okay, so what happened is Diarra did confront the Greek guy, and she's put the pressure on him, and it looked like he was about to confess because it's like you were at the strip club at the time, blah 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 blah, and he ended up killing over and dying. She ended up running up out of there because it felt like she was in danger, and all of a sudden she was kidnapped. Now we're going to go on to episode 7, called Miracles, and she's thrown into a trunk of a car. She doesn't know who it is at first, but then she's being let out when she thought that she was in danger. We find out later it was Aaron. He was protecting her. Too many eyes was on her from the police and also from the danger from the Greeks and all that good stuff. There is a snowstorm that's happening. That's happening in Detroit, so the city shuts down. The group gathers at Daria's, and they're trying to still solve the case. They see Danger there, and they're basically trying to vet him to see what's really going on between her and Daria. All of a sudden, there are Aja is also there. She has Keyshawn there. Miss Church Girl. Basically let it loose girl. She decided to bounce on it. It was so comedic because she finally gave up the cookies for Keyshawn. First she was like, and I'm being descriptive, so don't get your panties in a bunch, but she's descriptive in a way of, while he's about to enter her, she's talking about just a tip, oh, just a tip, and then she's like, okay, just the shaft. And then just 3 pumps. Let's just say they went all the way. So she got her rocks off. So cheers for Aja and Keyshawn. We find out later in the episode that he was appreciative of Aja liking him for him because he's an ex-football player, but he doesn't really have as much money as people may have thought that he did have. he put an investment into something and lost some money, but now he's invested in something else. But right now, it's thrown off this relationship with Aja because it's like, huh? So I don't know what's going to happen in episode 8, but is this going to strengthen the relationship, or is Aja going to let Keyshawn go from this revelation? Let's see. Okay, so we find out that there is important information on what they think on a Mary J. Blige tape. Remember, Vonda, Deontay's mother, was interested in getting the Mary J. Blige record at the mall. So there was supposed to be some type of recording of confession or something to find out where Deontay is. They are, at this point, the Witten boys has issued a warning to Roman, Moni's husband, Swat. They are really aggressively trying to stop Diarra from doing what she's doing. They say, look, back up. You got too much heat on you right now. They find the tape that's supposed to be of Mary J. Blige. They play it, and it's a Jodeci song. And she's like, what is going on? Who switched this tape? She's blaming, I think, Roman or Swat or whatever. But then she has a conversation with Danger. This is where everything takes a twist, a turn. I've said, whoa, 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 whoa. Danger is the one that switched out the tape. We get a flashback. Danger knew Deontay. There was a situation where this white guy was looking for Deontay. He ends up pointing him out to the dude. What happened was, we find out that however the mix was, it was a mix-up, and they were supposed to get the dad, Velvet, who was a mentor to Danger at the time. They ended up kidnapping Deontay, and they killed him, and they put his body somewhere, I think in the river or something like that. But he's been holding on to the secret for well over, 20-something years, 30-something years. And he had to confess that. He did reveal that Chris, Ambient, is really a con man. Swat, I gotta tell you this part. Swat did say, he played a recording of the girl that he's actually with right now, proving that he was not cheating on her. They waited 3 months, this is after Daria left, to actually start dating. So, basically right now, Daria is devastated. She started having an emotional affair with this dude. 2 men that she's been vulnerable with, she finds out is a con man. And another one who's been lying to her as they know that she's been trying to solve this case. It's a letdown, and it's devastating to her. And it's interesting at this point that it's taken its toll on the relationship between Daria and Danger. So I need to know what's going to happen in the finale, because it's like the person that was giving her, 2 people that were giving her rest, that she could not sleep, have been a disappointment to her. And the one person that she thought was a disappointment is now regaining her trust. At the end of the episode, she goes to Swa, and Swa, she says, I'm coming home. Is Swa endgame for Diarra? I don't know. She's grown. She's a different person. 2 episodes ago, people were saying, go back to your boring life and stop with this whole Deontay situation. What do you guys think? Because who turns down Morris Chestnut? But is Morris Chestnut enough for Diarra? Has the growth outgrown this relationship? Can they grow? We shall see. What happened to Chris, for real? Even if he is a con man. I don't know if I believe it totally that he's just a con man, though. But anyways, I'm excited to see episode 8. We're at the end of the season. Please keep following me. The next series I'm going to be covering is Single Man Problems. I'll be covering that on Tuesday. So either you'll get another video tonight, or you'll get episode 8 review in the morning. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video. Also subscribe to my channel. And you can leave your comments below. Until the next one, peace.